Alrighty guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be working on a 2016 GTI 2-liter turbo, and we're going to be installing a water pump. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's get started. Now we're going to start by removing the air box. It usually has a T25 up front, but it had an aftermarket Phillips. Now we're going to start with a 13 mil for the battery tray lock. Remove the two 10 mil battery connectors. And then once these are removed, we should be able to remove the battery, as we're doing so now. Now we're going to grab our 3/8 drive with a 10 mil socket. We're going to remove the 3 10s up top and one in the back. Just keep in mind, you do not need to remove the battery in the battery tray to do with the water pump, but doing this will give you a little bit more room and make your life a little bit easier. Now we're just disconnecting a little bracket that's connected to the battery tray. Just be careful with any kind of wires when removing it. Now we're just going to crack loose that T30 on the pressure pipe. Now we're going to grab our 1/4-inch drive with our 7 mil socket with an extension on it, and we're going to loosen that worm clamp. Then we're going to take our pick and work our way around the hose to remove the pressure pipe. And then we're just unplugging some wires and harnesses carefully. Alrighty guys, so now we're going to start unplugging some of the harnesses. We have a throttle body harness, an injector harness, and a knock sensor harness. Alrighty guys, so now we're just taking a pick and we're trying to remove the upper coolant hose that connects to the water pump. Just be careful because it is a quick connect fitting and you don't want to break it. Alrighty, so now we're trying to remove the harness bracket. It's held on with 2 T30s. So the wrench we're using a 1/4-inch ratchet with a T30 bit. Here's the harness bracket we took off. So now we're going to grab our 1/4-inch drive with our extension and the T30s. And we're just trying to remove the shroud and the water pump. There should be 6 T30s on the water pump itself. And here we're looking at the weep hole that broke. Basically the bearing blows out and then it comes out of the weep hole on the bottom. Here's our new pump. Now we're going to install it. And the trick is, as we're putting the pump on, you're kind of working the belt on at the same time. Alrighty guys, so now we're just going to be reinstalling the 6 T30s that hold the water pump on. Now we're just putting our shroud cover on. I believe that's 2 more T30s. Alrighty, so now we're going to be installing the harness bracket, which is held on with 2 T30s. The wrench you can use is a 1/4-inch ratchet wrench with a T30. Then we're going to plug in our upper coolant hose into the water pump. And then we're going to switch over to plugging in the harnesses. And then after that, now we're working on the throttle body harness. Now we're going to connect our pressure pipe. Now connecting our T30. And now we're going to hop in the back and tighten up our worm clamp with a 7 mil long socket with an extension with a 1/4-inch drive. Alrighty guys, now we're going to do a vacuum test on the system just to make sure everything is airtight and ready to go. Plus, with this particular tool, it sucks out all the air and injects the coolant into the system. Alrighty guys, so now we're going to be installing the battery tray. That includes 3 10 mil bolts up top and 1 in the rear. Also, let me know in the comments below if you ended up pulling out the battery in the battery tray, if you wanted more room, or if you could just squeeze by without it. Now we're installing the battery. Now we're going to install the battery bracket, which is the 13 mil bolt. Tighten that down. And now we're going to take our 10 mil and tighten down our battery connectors. 1 in the front and 1 in the back. Now we're going to install the air box. Don't forget to tighten your clamp. Now we're going to install our T25 up front. Now we're doing our startup test. We're going to check for leaks, and that's it. Alrighty guys, thanks for joining me today. I hope you liked the video. Feel free to subscribe if you liked the video and give it a thumbs up. As always, we have a lot of new content coming, and stay posted, and see you next time.